The drug gangs, the horse doping, the violence at illegal racetracks recently exposed by News 13 investigative reporter Larry Barker are bad enough. But now it turns out crime is not the only issue with those tracks. Something else is at stake, something very important to all of New Mexico. Here's News 13's Katie Kim on special assignment.
And they're off. Horse racing happens year-round in New Mexico and is the largest spectator sport in the state. But here, all bets are off. News 13 investigative reporter Larry Barker uncovered illegal bush tracks all over New Mexico, many with connections to Mexican drug cartels. Races are rigged, horses are drugged, money exchanged under the table, and debts, well, those are settled like they were in the Wild West. This lawless empire stretches from Grants to Roswell. Police know about it, but say the illegal tracks are hard to shut down. But by allowing them to operate, the state potentially finds itself in even more trouble. Right now, horse racing and betting are only allowed at the 5 regulated tracks in New Mexico, like here at the Downs at Albuquerque. One state senator says the pop-up of illegal bush tracks around the state is not only a violation of law, but an expensive promise possibly broken with tribal neighbors.
Once we struck a deal, I expect us to live up to our end of it.
Senator John Arthur Smith is talking about New Mexico's deal with the state's 14 Indian tribes. That deal says the tribes get to offer all the gambling opportunities in the state outside of the 5 horse racing tracks. In return, the tribes promise to turn over a share of their slot machine profits to the state. Last year, that added up to $66 million. But Senator Smith says future money could be in jeopardy because by ignoring the illegal tracks, the state may be violating the deal.
If we passively acknowledge, don't do anything about the illegal tracks, we're not living up to our commitment.
Milwaukee Governor George Rivera says he's concerned too.
It's something new for us to examine, and we're going to continue to look at it to see if there is a violation of the revenue sharing. You know, if we're going to be paying revenue sharing for limited exclusivity, we need to be sure that what we're paying it for.
Governor Rivera says it's up to state law enforcement to crack down on the illegal tracks. State Police Chief Robert Schilling says that's easier said than done.
They're very mobile. They can pick up their gates and move. They're not building permanent facilities, so it's a hard thing for law enforcement to address.
Chief Schilling says police are not ignoring the problem, but say with limited resources and few complaints from the public, actively looking for them is not a top priority.
If this becomes an issue and the executive chooses to make it a priority, we answer to the executive, and by all means, we would make it a priority.
The state's Gaming Control Board, the agency that regulates all gambling, says it's working to address the issue too. But in the meantime, Executive Director Frank Baca says the state isn't breaking any of its promises to the tribes.
That type of conduct, illegal conduct, is not the type of event that triggers a violation of the compact. People have to understand that there's certain things that are simply illegal, and you just can't 100% guarantee that all illegal activity, whether it's speeding or anything else, is stamped out.
On special assignment, Katie Kim, KRQE News 13.
One of those gaming compacts between the state and 5 tribes is set to expire in 3 years and is up for renegotiation. Milwaukee Governor Rivera and Senator Smith say they both expect those illegal tracks to be a major point of contention.